and welcome to this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. On today's edition, we are going to take a look at some of the best memories from the winter 2021-2022 season. So without further ado, here's a look at the Hopkinton Hillers happenings during this past winter season. On Wednesday, February 2nd, Hiller boys hockey visited Medfield at Pirelli Veterans Arena in Franklin. Medfield struck first.
Trying to dig it out, Arthur. They now out in front. There's a shot and a Medfield goal. Great setup for James Tyre, and he's able to put it in stick side to make it 1-0 Medfield. The assist will go to Kevin Arthur.
Hillers struck with vengeance, adding 3 goals of their own in the first period.
Dolan sends it over, intercepted by Karatza. Karatza racing up, takes a shot, and it gets by the goalie, and it's in! Tie game! 20 seconds later! Sent towards Title, trying to get it out of the traffic jam. Now Scardino, over to Ian Tosca, and Ian Tosca puts it in! 2-1 Hillers, a beautiful shot by Ian Tosca. And what a setup by Scardino. There, along with DeRocher. Here comes DeRocher, slaps it off the glass. In the midfield territory, trying to turn it around. Lusby takes a big hit, and now it's set down and a goal! Charlie Purpura! I believe it was Callum Greenwood who sent it out, and Purpura pops it in. A 3-1 Hillers lead.
3-1 Hillers. Heading into the second period, Hopkinton added on.
Stays on his feet. Up around the end boards now, DeRocher sends it out, and it's poked in! Charlie Purpura!
Hillers hung on and took the game 4-3. Hopkinton improved to 6-6 on the season. Congratulations to Hiller boys indoor track and the wrestling team as they clinched the TVL Large Championship. Boys indoor track and wrestling went through tough competition and COVID obstacles, but were able to clinch with their great performances throughout the season. On Saturday, February 5th, Medway girls hockey took down a shorthanded Hopkinton Dover Sherborne girls co-op team 6-2 in a well-fought-out game. Also on Saturday, Hiller boys hockey fell to Norwood 6-2 in a tough loss for the Hillers. Hopkinton is now 6-7 on the season. Also on Saturday, February 5th, the TVL Swimming Showcase took place. Hillers boys swimming and dive finished second overall. Tyler Fallon, Davis Pishoff, and Kevin Goop were amongst the top performers for the Hillers. The Hiller girls finished 7th overall. Tess and Eve Weatherhead finished 1st and 2nd in the diving competition. On Sunday, February 6th, Hiller girls took on Westwood. Hillers made a comeback in the fourth quarter, and it went right down to the end.
Oh, kickball, taken by Cho, to the rack, yes!
There's the turnaround we needed right there.
Connaughton down the lane, and she responds. 17 points for Haley Jacobson. And she knocks them both down. Fossbender trying to get open. Out to Fossbender. Doherty. Back to Fossbender. Driving in. Long 2. Knocks it down, but that was a 2.
Hopkinton ended up falling in the game 41-40. Hiller girls basketball on Tuesday lost a tough one to Holliston on the road. 44-38 was the final. The Hiller girls are now 5-7 on the season. Hiller boys basketball hosted Holliston on Tuesday for their senior night game. Here's a look at the senior night highlights.
What they've done and all of their accomplishments over the last 4 years. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the seniors and their family members. First up is Matt Kaufman with Christine and Jeff Kaufman and Lucas. Next is Nate Casper with Holly and Doug Casper and Zoe. Our next senior is Nick Paharik with Mom and Dad Sarah and Ben. Our next senior is Caleb Raham with Mom and Dad Rachel and Cliff. Next up is Owen Schnurr with Mom and Dad Laura and Frank and sister Maya. Our final senior is Alex Smith with Beth Brady, Jim Smith, and Roan.
It was a 26-21 Hiller lead heading into the second half, and the Hopkinton offense opened up.
Casper takes it up.
Easy for me to say.
Short. Casper around the defender.
Woo!
Yes.
Points is going to be close to 20 points.
17 so far. Diesenroth trying to come up with a steal, and he will. Casper. Count it.
Oh, yeah. I think a timeout is in order here.
And we'll get a Holliston timeout. First field goal of the third quarter by Holliston. Casper kicks it out. Hyman for three. Count it. Snelly knows have it. Schnorr.
Stop and pop.
There it is.
Oh,
yes.
You could see that happening in slow motion, and Schnorr buries it.
Hillers outscore Holliston in the third quarter 21-3 and would take the win 67-29. The Hillers are now 10-4 on the season and have officially clinched a playoff spot. Nate Casper led the way in the win for the Hillers over Holliston, dropping 21 points. On Wednesday, February 9th, Hiller boys hockey took on Holliston and celebrated senior night. Here's a look at the festivities.
First, number 23, Cal Greenwood. Karen Indiana. Number 20, Captain Michael Berman. Parents, Alyssa and Benton. Number 17, Captain Noli Barrett. Parents, Amy and John. Number 14, JJ Bianchi. Parents, Patty and Benton. Number 12, Spencer Horgan. Mom Kelly, Brother Rocco. And number 10, Alex Duran. And the Hillers seniors.
In the first period, the Hillers net a goal.
And there's a shot by Wynn into traffic. Sent out in front, there's a shot and a goal! Wyatt Ian Tosca!
Wyatt Ian Tosca makes it 1-0, and the Hillers poured it on in the second period.
Wynn across to Peterson. Peterson has some speed, look out, closes in, takes the shot, and it's a goal! The junior Isaac Peterson rips it in! By Greenwood. Greenwood sends it out, shot to Rocher, and it's a goal! What a beauty! DeRocher set up shop in front of the net, and Greenwood able to send it right to him. And DeRocher makes it 3-0 Hillers with 3:55 left to go in the second period. Berman sends it into the slot. Zolotarev with a shot, and we get another goal! Vasily Zolotarev, the junior. The assist will go to Michael Berman. And Ratza up against Larsh. Berman. Rister. Still out in front, and it is going to be popped in by Scardino. Colin Logan couldn't hold on to it, and Scardino able to take it away and pop it in to make it 5-0 Hillers.
Hillers take the win 7-0 and improve to 7-7 on the season. Declan DeRocher and Ryan Teitel had 2 goals each in the win. On Saturday, February 12th, Hiller boys hockey lost a heartbreaker in Ashland. After leading 4-0, they gave up 4 goals in the third period and an overtime goal as Ashland took the victory 5-4. On Tuesday, February 15th, Hiller hockey fell 2-1 to Martha's Vineyard in a game that was moved to the Vineyard due to a lack of home ice availability. Hillers are now 7-9 on the season. On Wednesday, February 9th, following the boys' senior night game, girls hockey celebrated senior night prior to their game with Norwood. Here's a look.
School number 18, Captain Christina DeRocher. Jen and Dave DeRocher and her brother Jason. Give the flowers. School, we have number 21, Captain Morgan Fraser. Doc Fraser and his sister Courtney. From Dover Sherburne High School, we have number 30, Diana Pena, accompanied by her mother, Claire Pena, and her grandmother, Marcia Pena.
Hillers fell to Norwood in the game 6-2. Girls hockey fell in a well-fought-out game to Leominster on Monday, February 14th, 5-1. Morgan Fraser had the lone goal for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op. Hiller Wrestling placed 4th in the Division II West Sectional Championship. There were strong performances by several Hillers, including James Muzzy, Justin Sokol, and Adam DeStasio. On Friday, February 11th, Hiller girls basketball celebrated senior night prior to their game versus Ashland. Here's a look.
Number 22, Captain Kiki Fossbender, is joined by her mother Melissa and her father Justin. Number 31, Captain Carly Hedstrom is joined by her mother Shannon and her father Greg and her brother Will. Number 33, Captain Lexi Trendle is joined by her with her mother Jen, her father Gary, her sisters Cammie and Poppy, and her grandparents Cindy and Marcel.
Hillers trailed 47-42 heading into the fourth quarter, but made a strong comeback.
Oh, off the back iron. Rebound, Doherty. Kicks it out to Davies, now up
For a
top,
good shot. Plenty
Fossbender.
of time.
Show for three. Yes!
Oh! Huge.
Davies. Fossbender, Iannelli. Back to Fossbender for three. Got it!
Or four, yeah.
But Fossbender over to Davies. Back to Fossbender for three. Got it! Wow! Making it rain.
Jump on my back, I'll carry you to the promised land.
Hopkinton takes the win, 57-52 over Ashland, and improves to 6-8 on the season. Kiki Fossbender dropped a team-high 29 points in the win and carried the team to victory. On Sunday, February 13th, Hiller girls basketball fell on the road to a very good Norwood team, 64-40. On Tuesday, February 15th, the Hiller girls fell in a tough one on the road versus Westwood, 50-31. The Hiller girls are now 6-10 on the season. Hiller boys basketball fell to Westwood on February 15th at home, 63-47. Nate Casper had a team-leading 17 points for the Hillers, who are now 11-5 on the season. Congratulations to the Hiller cheer team. They placed third at the Eye of the Tiger competition this past weekend. Congratulations to Bianca Pal. She was voted in as the MIAA Student Athlete of the Month. She participates with the Unified Basketball Team and does very valuable work throughout the community. Congratulations, Bianca, and great job being a great example for student athletes. Hopkinton High School also received the nice banner you see on the screen for their tremendous contribution to the Special Olympic Unified Sports Program. And last but not least, congratulations to Hopkinton High School track legend Tiana Real-Wood for being inducted into the MSTCA Athletes Hall of Fame. Hello, everybody, and welcome into this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. Tom Nappy here. And right now, we are joined by the seniors of the Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball team. Ladies, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. So why don't we go around and have you all introduce yourselves, just in case there are people out there that don't know who's who. So we'll start on the left.
My name's Lexi Trendle.
I'm Jessie Iannelli.
I'm Carly Hedstrom. I'm Brooke Doherty.
I'm Kiki Fossbender. And I'm Lauren Cho.
Terrific. All right. So how has your season been? And I know you girls have played together for quite a while. It's an experienced group this year. How has your experience been? And I know the last few games, you certainly would have liked to come out on the other side, but you've all been tremendous for the Hiller girls program. How has the season been, and how close is this group? It seems like a pretty close group. We'll start on the left.
We're definitely super close. We've been playing together since 4th or 5th grade maybe, and we've always been on the same team. So I'm really happy that we've been able to spend our senior year together, and all of us stuck with it because it's been well worth the 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, I think the team is super close this year, which is really exciting. And I'm
really glad about. Obviously, last year our entire team was comprised of juniors and seniors. So coming back this year, we were the only varsity returners, our senior class. So there was a lot of new people on the team, and it's been so fun to get to make those relationships with the new girls and really just get so close, and we're all best friends, the best.
Mm-hmm. And I think like basketball has been really special. You guys can't laugh when I'm talking. I swear. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I've just been like really grateful for basketball because I feel like I've been able to make so many friends and like connections with everybody through it. Like these are all my best friends, and I'm just really happy to have basketball.
Yeah, I agree with everyone saying before me, and we are all best friends. And the season did start off a little rough with everyone getting COVID and having to kind of postpone our season, but we've ramped it up, and it's just been uphill from there.
Yeah, I mean, we are super close. Like Lexi was saying, we've been playing together for a while now. And especially like since like this is a long season, like we definitely like ups and downs, like we've kept close, like we kept as a team, which is really beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we've definitely had our ups and downs, like especially at the beginning of the season, but like not only the seniors, like everyone is just so close on this team, which makes everything like games and practices just so much more fun.
And he's not here, so I guess I can ask this. How's it been playing for Coach Greco?
I think it's been really good. He puts a huge emphasis on like everyone being a part of the team and everyone making sure that there's no like tensions between players. So I think he's a part of the reason that our team is so close, and I'm really grateful that he's been our coach for the last 4 years and put us in that position.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love playing for Coach Greco, and it's so clear how much he cares about the team, and just the amount of time and effort that he puts into this program and into our team specifically is like unparalleled. So it's really nice to have a coach that cares that much, and you can tell that he really is in this, not like he's in this to be with us and to have the team and to help us go far.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. And I also just think like a really big part about his coaching is like being honest with us and like making sure we know what we need to work on. And I think that's been really beneficial for the team, for like if someone's like missing their player on defense or not getting over and help, like he'll definitely let you know. And I think it like adds a lot to the team.
Yeah, I agree with Jesse in the point where he spends a lot of time and effort on it. Like every game, there's a big poster in the locker room waiting for us. And it's kind of just like a game rundown, and it's very like perfect and precise. And so you can just tell how much time and effort he puts into it.
Yeah, and even like the assistant coaches, like Coach Chatton and Coach Pucci, like this is Coach Pucci's first year, and like she like went from playing hoops in college to now coaching. So definitely like a huge transition that like she's taken like to heart, and that she really does care about us as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with what everyone else has said. I love playing for Coach Greco. You can just see how dedicated he is, like with everything from his practice plans to like the pregame posters that we look at. It's just great.
Absolutely. He certainly does a great job. And he's done a great job with this program since he's been at the helm. So let's go around the table. I want to hear each of your favorite memory from the season. I know I'm kind of throwing you in the fire here, but what's your favorite memory from the season? Go ahead.
For me, I think my favorite memory was when we beat Dedham at home. That was our first game. I feel like we really gelled together, and it just felt really good. They have a player going D1, so we were able to shut her down on defense and really play as a team to get the win, and it was a great team win. So that was really exciting, and after that game, I feel like everyone felt like we could beat anyone.
My favorite memory is probably our New Year's sleepover this year. Every year, it's like a tradition for HHS GVB. The team has a big New Year's sleepover, so we're all together on New Year's and celebrate bringing in the new year. So we did that this year at Lexi's house, and it was super fun just being with the team. And like Kiki and Lexi made a really yummy Rice Krispie dessert. We had an ice cream cake. It was just so fun to spend that time together. And that was in the beginning of our season, because the start of our season was pushed back a little bit because of our little COVID. So it was really nice to get to like create those bonds at the beginning.
I think my favorite memory was winning our Millis game. It was away at Millis, and it was one of my first games of the season because I was injured at the beginning. So I think like it was a really fun game, and I think we did a really good job playing together. Kind of like Lexi was talking about, we had a couple games where we struggled to like play as a team and play together, but I think Millis, similar to Dedham, we really clicked and like played as a team, and it like was a really good win.
For me, my favorite memory was when we went out to Chick-fil-A after one of our games. It was just, there were so many laughs and smiles, and we kind of like got the whole place involved in our energy, and everyone was like talking to everyone, and we took a huge group photo with like all the employees and just some random people in the restaurant. And it was just really fun and memorable.
My favorite memory is definitely senior night. Like we all got to play together, and it was kind of like our last home game. So it's like happy, sad. Then we came in, like, you know, we lost by 1 to Ashland. So now like playing them again, like we definitely had a little chip on our shoulder. Like we like definitely like wanted this game so much. And I think we all played together as well.
My favorite memory was also Chick-fil-A, because we just came off like a great win, and then we were able to come together and celebrate at Chick-fil-A with, like Brooke said, like all the employees and everything. And it was just a really fun night.
Well, I have to say my favorite memory was probably the Ashland game, because that was a great game. Kiki Fossbetter, 29 points, unreal.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll get a playoff spot. I know that with the state ranking system, you have a possibility, but what are some of your goals for these last few games of the season? What are some of the things that you'd like to accomplish?
I think that I just want to see the team come together. Like we've said this before, but we've definitely had ups and downs, and sometimes we don't click during games. So I just hope that we can click as a team and like show everyone, including the underclassmen, what it feels like to play as a part of the team, so that they can continue that as they move up and as they're mentoring the younger players.
Yeah, I agree. I think one thing I really am hoping for in these next couple of games is just being able to deal with adversity. Obviously, one of the things we've been working on this year is like when another team goes on a run, and it's obviously hard on your energy and your mentality, but just like staying focused and keeping your energy up and remaining in the game and not giving up, and good body language and all of that. So obviously Medfield's a good team, and they're going to go on runs and we're going to go on runs. So I'm looking forward to Friday night, hopefully getting that win, because that was a close game as well, and just playing through the whole game and playing tough.
I think I just want everyone to really enjoy like our last week, or if we get to playoffs, like weeks of the season. I just think like even like losing and stuff like that, like it kind of like takes away from the fun when you don't get that win. But I just like want to make sure everyone like comes together, kind of like Lexi was saying, and just like enjoys playing basketball for the fun of it.
Yeah, for me, I am looking forward to the to playing my last couple games with my best friends, and I just want us all to put together 32 minutes of a game and just play our hearts out.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the score and regardless, like if we do end up making tournament, like I really hope we finish out these games strong. Like these are the last couple games that like we'll get to play like all together. So I just want to finish it strong.
Yeah, I think for these last few games, we're really focusing on trying to pick up our defense and just make sure we like box out every play and get on the floor for everything, just to give us an even better chance of continuing our season.
Well, hopefully you can take down Medfield on Friday. So I'm curious, any future athletic plans? Are you playing any sports in the spring? And also, where are you going to college? And are you going to be playing any sports in college?
I will not be playing any sports in college, maybe club or intramural. And I'm not sure where I'm going to college either. So I was not the best person to start, but
I'm also undecided as to where I'm going to college, and I will not be playing any sports, but I do have my lacrosse season coming up this spring, so I'm looking forward to that.
I also don't know where I'm going to college yet. And I'm also similar to Lexi, not playing and Jesse not playing a sport in college. And I'm not playing a spring sport, but I'm excited to go like support all my friends like in baseball and lacrosse and stuff like that this spring.
Yeah, I'm also undecided. But I do really want to play club soccer, basketball in college, just to keep with it and stay healthy.
I recently got my acceptance in the Trinity yesterday.
Where?
So I'll be playing basketball and running track there.
Wait, where was it? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Thanks, guys. You have to repeat yourself. Oh, sorry. I recently got my acceptance on Monday to Trinity, so I'll be playing basketball and running track there.
Ah, congratulations.
Yeah.
And I'm committed to play basketball at Colby, so I'm very excited for that.
That is terrific. All right, well, girls, we hope that the rest of the season goes very well for you. And hopefully you'll get a nice win against Medfield on Friday, get a little revenge. But congratulations on a great season. It's been fun following you throughout your Hiller careers, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you again on the basketball courts.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Hopkinton Dover Sherborne girls hockey on winning the Kelly O'Leary tournament in Auburn last weekend. They took down Woodstock Academy and Auburn to capture the tournament title.
Sophia Mazzucchelli gets there. Sends it out in front, a shot and a goal! Kaylin Thompson puts it in!
Hiller girls hockey closed out their season versus Ursuline Academy on Monday at the New England Sports Center. Kaylin Thompson, Haley Cox, and Sophia Mazzucchelli had goals, but the Raiders Co-op lost the game by a final of 6-3. They finished the season 3-17. Hiller girls basketball participated in the Westboro tournament over vacation week. They took their first game 53-40 over Shepherd Hill and then fell to Medway 41-33. The Hiller girls finished the regular season 8-12. Hiller boys basketball closed out their regular season versus Wayland on Tuesday, February 22nd. Hiller's offense struck often throughout the first half.
Shot put back, count it, Marazimi.
Wow, tough play. Come up here.
It was some kind of bone, either a head or an elbow. Casper for three, knocks it down. Three, that's no good. Marazimi has it. Feeds it up, Schnorr. Takes it out, decent route for three. Got it!
It was a 51-34 Hiller lead heading into the fourth quarter, and Evan Marazimi was red hot shooting from the field.
Distracted if I was a shooter. The whistle blew before he took the shot, but
he should have gotten another shot.
I would agree, yeah.
Casper over to Marazimi for three. Yes!
He's got a nice rotation.
The elbow no good. Kaufman with the rebound. Laharic. Marazimi for three.
Oh,
yes! Boy. Drains it.
The Hillers took the game 67-40 and improved to 13-6 heading into their final game of the regular season in Foxborough. Evan Marazimi had a team-leading 19 points, 10 of which came in the fourth quarter. Karosh Fatahi and Sam Pantera netted 10 points each. Hiller boys hockey took on Hudson on Tuesday, February 22nd. Hopkinton leading 1-0 heading into the second period, and they heavily built up their lead.
To DeRocher. DeRocher looking for the shot, and he puts it in! What a beauty of a goal from Declan DeRocher! And that is sent in front. Great shot there by Barris. And now Title sends it over and popping it in. It's going to be Vasily Zolotarev. Karatsa trying to break free, and he does along the far side. One in front of him. Takes a shot and he puts it in. Joe Karatsa. Taking a big hit there is Scardino. That's sent out. Title in the slot, and it's just wide. Title sends it back. Scardino with a goal! Great feed from Title, and Joe Scardino pops it in. Purpura gets in there. Sends it back to Peterson. And now across over to Berman. And now there's a quick shot by Karatsa, and that went in! What a goal by Karatsa. Then he went flying into the end boards.
Hopkinton took the game 6-0. The Hillers and Ashland did battle in the regular season finale on Wednesday, February 23rd. Ashland leading 1-0 in the first period, but the Hillers responded.
Racing up the ice. Closing in, and he gets through a couple of kilometers, starts it out, and he puts it in! Joe Morse with the floater! Floats it up. Hillers looking for an opening. Ian Tosca takes a shot off a defender. It goes, takes a secondary shot, and it's put in! Wyatt Ian Tosca makes it 2-1! Berman trying to close in, sends it back. DeRocher sends it over, and then a shot by Zolotarev, and it's turned away. Secondary shot, it's put in! And that was Michael Berman! Off the deflection, Berman with the power. And the Hillers take a 3-1 lead.
Hopkinton nets 3 goals in the first period and led it 3-1 heading into the second period. But Ashland nets 3 goals of their own in the second and an empty netter in the third to take the game 5-3. Hopkinton finishes the regular season 10-10. Ashland finishes 11-9. Next up for both teams, it's playoff time. Congratulations to Kate Powers, another title and school record at the 11th annual Massachusetts Scholastic Weight Throw Invitational. Kate Powers will continue her track and field career at Kentucky University next year. Lastly, our thoughts and prayers are with the family of Aubrey Doyle after he passed away at the age of 90. After overcoming infantile paralysis, Aubrey went on to become a star in multiple sports for the Hillers. He then played football at Brown University and served our country during the Korean conflict. Aubrey was a 3-sport, 33-year coach at Hopkinton High School and served as the athletic director for 31 years, from 1961 to 1992. Aubrey was inducted into the Hopkinton High School Hall of Fame in 1993. Aubrey will be very much missed in the community. May he rest in peace. On February 26th, Kate Powers finished 8th in the All-State meet in shot put. Congratulations to Kate on yet another incredible accomplishment. The Hillers also had a good showing in the MSTCA Pentathlon. Congratulations to Shelby, Josie, and Bridget on a strong showing. Sean Golombewski had a good showing in the All-State High Jump. He placed 6th overall. In wrestling, Justin Sokol placed 5th in the All-State Wrestling Championship and became the 6th Hopkinton wrestler in history to qualify for the New Englands. Tess and Eve Weatherhead of Hopkinton finished 3rd and 4th at the MIAA State Championship in diving. In the boys 200 free relay, Lucas Kaufman, Sean Haley, Kevin Gu, and Tyler Fallon placed in the top 16 with a season best time. Davis Pishaw also had the 2nd fastest time in program history in the 100 backstroke at the state championships at Boston University. Boys basketball finished their season at 13-8 after falling to Wellesley in the Division I playoff preliminaries. Congratulations to head coach Tom Keene and the Hillers on a great season. On Wednesday, March 2nd, girls basketball hosted Malden in the Division I preliminaries. Hopkinton dominated in the first half.
The Malden distraction did not work. Curran trying to feed it up, stolen away to the rack. Yes! Kate Finnegan. The first time they've had the state tournament. Finnegan able to steal it away. Great interception. Fossbender for 3. Got it!
Bang, that's a big one.
Feeds it in, scooped up in the air, pulled down by Cho. Cho up to Trendle to the rack. Count it. Cho feeds it up over to Ianelli. Great feed to Trendle, and she finishes.
That's a great play from start to finish.
To Doherty. Up top, Fossbender. Ianelli into Trendle. Around the defender. Count it. Doherty now Fossbender. Ianelli. Fossbender going to take it down. Up for the jumper. Yes. Steph Curry-ish.
Yeah. Oh, another steal.
Iannelli with the steal. Cho with the finish. Iannelli. Up now to Holden for three. Buries it. Davies feeds it over. Up and in at the buzzer. Nice bucket there by number 21, who I promise we will get a name of.
The Hillers outscored Malden in the first half, 43-10, and took the game 61-29. Hopkinton had 10 different point scorers. Kiki Fossbender led the way with 9 points. Lauren Cho had 8 points in the Hiller victory. And now our Hopkinton Hillers Play of the Week. Freshman Jake Guerin gets a walk-off three-pointer to lead the Hillers to victory. Congratulations to senior Kate Powers as she won the New England Weight Throw Invitational and set a new school record. Kate Powers will keep her track and field career going at Kentucky University next year. The Hopkinton Hillers boys hockey season came to an end last week as they fell to 4th-ranked Masconomet in tournament play 6-2. Drew Morse and Declan DeRocher had the goals for the Hillers. Hopkinton's season comes to an end with a record of 10-11. Congratulations to the seniors and first-year head coach Scott Hayes on a great run. The 25th-ranked Hopkinton Lady Hillers girls basketball team headed to Chelmsford to take on the 8th-ranked Chelmsford Lions. Chelmsford hit a three-pointer with 2.5 seconds left to take the 45-44 lead, and they would end up hanging on for the win. Congratulations to Coach Greco and the Hillers on a great season. The Lady Hillers finish with an overall record of 9-13, and that is a wrap on the 2021-2022 Hopkinton Hillers Winter Sports season. Hello, everybody. You're tuned into HCAM Sports Talk. Tom Nappy here with Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball head coach Mike Greco. Coach Greco, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So you have a pretty talented, experienced team this year. 6 seniors that we've watched play quite a few years. They seem to have a very good repertoire together, a good relationship on the court since they've been playing together so long. Can you talk about this year's team?
Sure. Yeah, as you mentioned, we're very senior laden, with 6 of them there. 4 of them I've had since they were freshmen, and then the other 2, joined the varsity their sophomore years. And we've really been able to sort of see them grow. Some of them, stepped right in, to prominent roles as freshmen, and kind of really had to grow up, on the court in front of everybody, while others were sort of able to, work on their games behind the scenes a little bit before stepping into bigger roles either last year or this year. And, it's funny, for some of them, they're playing like, their 60th and 70th varsity game. It feels like they've been here forever. Sometimes you watch some of those college games, or at least you used to, and see the same guy there forever. And it's like, I can't believe he's still in school there. But that's kind of what it feels like with this group, is that, they've been together for 3 and 4 years now. Obviously we know them well. We're enjoyed having them for the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. It must help, especially with all the difficulties with the COVID situation, having an experienced group that kind of just knows the routine.
Absolutely. Last year especially, which was such a different animal, with no locker rooms, no pregame, playing the abbreviated schedule. We got a late start. We were lucky last year that we returned all 11. And so the team chemistry and stuff was there from the start, from the year before. And then this year, we're returning those 6, even though it's been a little bit more of a regular schedule. We still had the lengthy absence, beginning of the season when we had to have 5 games rescheduled. And so having that experienced group was huge for us in terms of being able to get stuff in practice and, get ready to play games on short notice.
And this team right now, they're right on the cusp of the playoffs. They're still technically in with the new state system, I believe, since it's the top 32, if I'm correct.
That's right. Yeah. So right now we're ranked 30th. Despite the fact that we're below 500, if you look at the power rankings on the MIAA site, we actually have the second strongest opponent schedule or strength of schedule in all of Division One. So that's definitely helping us out right now. So right now, I think we're ranked 30th. And so you're right. The playoffs started tomorrow. We'd be in. So we're hoping to stay there.
A big game coming up against Medfield this Friday. Can you talk about this Medfield team? They beat you in the first meeting.
They did. Yeah, they got us at our place. They are always a tough program to play. Playing in their gym tomorrow night on senior night is going to be a tall task. I'm sure they're going to have a big crowd there. They got the boys and girls playing back-to-back senior night for both programs. They're an exceptionally well-coached team. They run a killer 1-2-2 3-quarter court press, and it just seems like they are just always in the right position at the right time. They do a tremendous job getting up in passing lanes, and they've got a very balanced, also, with a lot of upperclassmen, but a very, very balanced scoring attack as well on the offensive end.
Absolutely. It should be a couple great battles on Friday, as you'll have the girls boys doubleheader. I wish it was at Hopkinton so we could broadcast it, but that's okay.
Same. I'm looking forward to seeing the boys play. It'll be one of the first times I've had a chance to watch them this year.
You'll be impressed. Coach Keene has a good squad over there.
Yeah, I talk to him often, and we're always sharing stories and telling each other how the games went and stuff like that. So I've been keeping close tabs, but I'm excited to be able to see them in person.
Absolutely. Kiki Fossbender has been tremendous this season. In many games where the team struggled to get points, Kiki Fossbender was able to pick the team up, put it on her back, and grab a victory such as the win against Ashland, where she dropped 29 points. Can you talk about her performance this season? It seems she's really come a long way.
Yeah, she has always had a knack for scoring the ball. And it's something that, the last 2 seasons, particularly since she's become an upperclassman, has gained more confidence in herself, to be able to fight through, some of the tougher games and, when things aren't quite going our way or something like that. But she's kind of shown a lot of, maturity and being able to, have that scorer's mentality that even when things aren't falling early or the calls aren't going our way early, she's able to, to keep fighting. And when she gets it going, she can fill it up in a hurry. And so we've seen that, several times over the last several years where, she might only have a handful of points heading into the third quarter or something. And all of a sudden, she'll score 12 straight or something like that. So when she gets hot, we run a lot of different sets for her to get her shots, because she's certainly our best scorer.
Absolutely. And she gave us some breaking news the other day. She's going to be playing
I heard.
Trinity.
That's great. Yeah, I heard.
You know anything about the Trinity program?
I'm sure I'll know more in the coming weeks. I believe they play in the same league as Colby, which means that she and Lauren Cho will be facing off against each other for the next 4 years. So that'll be interesting. But I'll definitely have to get to some games.
Maybe we'll have to have a HCAM college broadcast.
Sounds great.
Talk to the NCAA about that one. But you also have 5 other great seniors that have contributed a lot to this program, and Lauren Cho, Carly Hedstrom, Lexi Trendle, Jesse Iannelli. Could you just talk a little bit about each of them?
Absolutely. Lauren has been, our starting point guard for 4 years. I think she started every game. She is absolutely tremendous with the basketball in her hands, particularly in the open court. Like that is truly where she excels. She really is a one person press break, and she orchestrates all our transition offense because she's so fast with the ball in her hands. She's one of those kids that, as a freshman, kind of stepped into a big role, probably before she was really ready for it, but handled it with such poise and grace, and has truly excelled over the last 4 years. Brooke Doherty has, been our best defensive player for the last, I think 3 years. She's won our defensive player of the year. She has really started to find her rhythm on offense lately this year as well, probably averaging 8 or 9, maybe 10 points a game over our last 6 or 7. And she's been, with Lexi out, she's been forced to play inside, out of position a little bit. And she's been tremendous for us, playing tough inside and, staying out of foul trouble and contributing both ends of the court. Carly, unfortunately has had the 2 shoulder injuries this year. And so we couldn't, really get her going for a long stretch. But when we had her on the court, she's a very good shooter, gives us a lot of toughness and physicality, and since her injury, she's been a tremendous leader on the bench and helping those kids out, giving a lot of energy. Lexi is everything you'd want in a player. She has every intangible you could ever name. She hustles. She knows offensively and defensively where we're supposed to be. She gives a ton of energy. She's tremendous in coaching up the underclassmen. I think like Lauren, she's started almost every game for us since her freshman year. She's another one of those kids that, kind of had to go trial by fire as a freshman stepping in, to a prominent role. But it likewise has truly, embraced it. Prior to her injury, I think she was our leader in minutes played over the last 4 seasons. So we're hoping that we're going to get her back, sometime this weekend. But I know she's working very hard to get back from her ankle injury right now. And then Jesse Iannelli is very much like Lex, is just every intangible you'd want. She is in many cases, the glue that, kind of holds the team together in a lot of ways. She knows everything we want to do on the court on offense and defense from every position. Like Brooke, she's probably playing out of position right now, playing down low a little bit. We're pretty much starting 5 guards at the moment. And, she is just a tremendous worker. She's got, a good head for the game. She's always got the right body language, even when things, whether they're going our way or not going our way. She plays so hard every possession. I can't say enough good things about her.
Absolutely.
I think I got all 6 of them there.
You did.
All right.
That was impressive. And with this group, a lot of talent on the roster, not a lot of height, but it seems that the experience makes up for it.
Yeah, well, we are certainly undersized, and even when we were at full strength, that was something we talked a lot about. There's a lot of teams out there that are going to be bigger than us, and so we, have struggled at times to hold our own in the glass. But it's not for lack of effort. We try to, what we lack in size, we try to make up with pressure defense and pressing and getting out in transition and moving the basketball. The kids have embraced it. They run the floor hard, and with Lauren pushing the ball, we when we're going well, we find a lot of baskets in transition that way.
And I've noticed a lot with your teams, similar to Coach Keene's teams, they're always hustling out there. They're always getting to the ball.
Thank you. Yeah, obviously I learned a lot from him being on his staff for 10 years, and so we have a lot of similarities in the way our teams like to play.
Absolutely. And he let us know a couple of weeks ago that the basketball summer camp's going to be coming back this year.
Yes, it is. We're very excited to have that back. I know we had the year off because of the pandemic, but the girls camp this year is going to be, we have 2 weeks. We have the first week is going to be June 27th through July 1st. And our second week is going to be July 18th to 22nd. And we have a tremendous staff coming back to work. a lot of the current and former varsity players, as well as our entire coaching staff, a lot of the boys staff. So we're excited. We can't wait to get back in the gym with it.
Absolutely. Now, how does it work? Are the girls and the boys practicing at the same time, or is it different hours?
No, we alternate weeks. So the girls will start the week of June 27th, and then both of us we take the week of the 4th off, and then the boys will go. I think it's the 11th through the 15th, and then girls will be the week after, and then the boys will wrap up with the last week of July.
And could you drop any names of any former Hillers or the girls from this year's team that are going to be helping out?
Yeah, absolutely. So, probably the most prominent one is Michaela Pucci, who's our JV coach. We're thrilled to have her back on staff now, and she'll be there with us. Marissa Prawl, who was graduated in 2018, is wrapping up her senior year at Regis. She'll be back working with us. Kate Welzel, who was class of 2016, I believe, is just finishing up her master's, and she's going to be with us for a couple of weeks. And then some of our more recent graduates, I was just in contact this week with Lulu Murphy and Caroline Connell, who graduated last year, along with Maggie Hedstrom and Millie Sensini. We're hoping to work. So we got, some things to hammer out and figure out exactly how much staff we can hire. But there's definitely some names from the past. And then, some of our current players that have helped out in the past have been Lexi Trendle, Jessie Ionelli, Kiki Fossbender, and Lauren Cho, Carly Hedstrom. I think the whole senior class has been there at some point, helping out. So I'm not exactly sure who's working what weeks yet, but we're figuring that out.
That's terrific. That's a all-star roster right there, I would say.
Yeah, it's a great staff. It's a great staff to work with.
And the camp continues to grow. I'd imagine signups will be starting soon. You don't have an exact date on that yet, do you?
They can sign up for the second week. The first week, the registration, I believe, is going to open on March 1st. They're just holding off because if there's a certain number of snow days, then we may have to adjust some of the hours. But based on the weather today and tomorrow, hopefully we're in the clear with snow days, and so that should open up on March 1st, I believe. And anybody who wants to register can do so through the Hopkinton Parks and Rec website.
That's excellent. Well, Coach, we hope that you get a big win on Friday, and we certainly hope that we'll be covering some playoff games this season. Congratulations on a great season and all the great work you've done with the girls varsity basketball program.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you having us.
We thank you for watching this edition of HCAM Sports Talk. Don't forget, you can catch a brand new episode every Wednesday at 2 p.m. or available anytime on our website, hcam.tv, or our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. Thanks again for watching. Take care, be well, and we'll talk to you again soon.